comparison, your game you can trust presented by American Express. Just 4 points at the half in game one. He's 6 for 11 with 15 points, knocked down all of his free throws, and he has plus 10 so far in this game. Welcome back courtside here at the Paycom Center. Maria Taylor alongside the Hall of Famers, Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady. And one of the ways that OKC has made sure they've had the largest lead they've had so far this series is by turning their defense into offense. They forced 13 turnovers and scored 16 points off.
And they also have 10 steals, so they're just active with their hands. You see there, just taking that chance. Wemby tends to have the ball up high, active. Get a deflection, get out and run. You see there, Shea getting to his spot. We said, yeah, he didn't have a great first half of first quarter. Last game, well, he's having that game facilitating here. Once again, active hands. Casey Wallace gets out, they get out and run. 3-on-1, Shea beneficiary of a steal, active hands. Once again, in the passing lane, getting out and running. Dribble, get ahead, get an easy bucket. So they're not having to play against the Spurs set defense because of their defense getting steals, getting outrun, getting easy baskets, getting open jump shots. Different game.
Yeah, listen, those 13 turnovers, that's the most they've had so far this postseason in a single half. Let's talk about what they're doing a little bit differently against Wemby. We saw Isaiah Hartenstein, who's played more than he played in game one, and he's certainly been physical. That's what he told Zora Stevenson was the plan in eliminating easy buckets for Wemby.
Well, the OKC's adjustment, especially in the first half coming to this game, was to show Wemby multiple bodies. You had J-Dub on him, you had Lou Dort on him, you had Caruso on him, you had Hartenstein on him. Showed him different bodies, and Wemby started to, he wasn't frustrated, but it looked like he was trying to figure himself out, figure his shot out. He couldn't find a rhythm, and I think OKC did a great job of him just showing him multiple bodies. And Shea 15 and 5 in the first half. He came out aggressive. He came out with a focus on getting to his spots, getting them shots up, not wasting no dribbles, not wasting no time, and putting his team on his back.
It was what we talked about should have been done in the first game. Get to your spots, right, in the mid-range. That way you could keep the defense honest. He could get his shot off one-on-one. It's just when he brings Wemby out to contest those shots, makes things a little bit challenging. But in terms of like what the adjustment was on Wemby, it's play behind it, right? Make him take tough shots instead of trying to front him where you have a disadvantage and they just throw the ball up and he could finish at the rim with ease. So that was a good adjustment. We'll see how they come out and make the adjustments in the second half on San Antonio's part.
And one other thing they're doing, they're going at Wemby's chest.
Yes.
They're not shying away from. We saw a lot of veering out, business decisions being made. Game one, game two, they're challenging him. Yes, he's going to block some of them, but they're banking on sometimes we're going to get that foul call, which now they put him in 2 fouls. Should have been a third, but it was extended.
Castle has to take care of the ball.
Absolutely.
11 turnovers in the first game, and you have 5 in the first half. You need those possessions to be shots instead of turnovers.
He still had a double-double in game one, but obviously those 11 turnovers were a problem. Something we're all going to keep an eye on, guys. J-Dub did not play in the second quarter. Only 7 minutes and 18 seconds in that first half, and he was getting treatment on that left hamstring. Remember, that's what kept him out for 26 days. This is the first time, game one, that we got a chance to see him back in that lineup. So we'll see if he'll be able to join us again for the second half for OKC. All right, this was the moment that all of the guys were out of their seats in the green room.
This was
the
crazy
reaction on this one.
No, this was dangerous.
If you
right
dumped
here.
on somebody, you know what you said.
He wanted problems. Everybody who's watching know what Stephon Castle said right there.
But I know what you did last summer, and I'm coming for you. OKC up at the half.
I know what you did right there, man.
Thinking.
Yeah. Let's get to just, first I want to talk about the 18-1 run, because that's when Kenny Atkinson called a timeout. The game was starting to get away, or the momentum was shifting. Let's just talk coaching decisions in general, T-Mac, and what you thought about the way the game was managed down the stretch, specifically for the Cavs.
So I thought it was mismanaged because I felt like when you see your guard, one of your players is getting targeted every single possession, and they're scoring every single possession, you got to make a change, right? And I felt like James in that game, he played okay in the first half. Defensively was bad in the fourth quarter. That's when you got to bring Schroeder in. What do you have him there for? To be a defender, to come in for those type of moments. I know this is James Harden, but this is 17-year James Harden. This is older James Harden. You have a Schroeder where you can put out that fire, at least compete, right? Compete on the defensive end and make things different. And then another thing before I pass it, Donovan Mitchell, where were you in the fourth quarter? I was disappointed in Donovan because it seemed like he deferred too much in the fourth quarter on the offensive end.
His last field goal came with 8:19 left in the fourth quarter. You see Donovan Mitchell, that's a long walk back to the locker room when you had this game seemingly sealed up with 12:40 left to play, but not walking away with the win, DC.
Well, if you're not going to, if you're not going to take Harden out, at least call a timeout to slow things down. All right. I thought if you, hey, Wemby.
That was fast.
I didn't know what was
Wemby
going
just
on.
went right past
What is
us.
going on back here?
What's going on? But no, I mean, I think I agree with you. Yeah, you see they're targeting James Harden. Yes, you may still want him on the floor, but to go offense, defense, or something like that, just to change it up after a timeout or something to slow the momentum down. It was none of that. You mentioned Donovan Mitchell. Well, they stuck him in the corner because they wanted to. Now
they didn't stick him in the corner. He put himself in the corner. That's Donovan Mitchell.
We'll say he allowed James Harden to have the ball win. I think he was having the game. You would do it. I would do it. You for sure would do it as well. Give me the ball because it's crunch time. This is what you pay him for, to be the closer. And when you see things going left, your star players should get the ball. Yeah, they're double teaming me. Let me make the play right now.
I also thought Coach Kenny Atkinson, he trusted James too much yesterday. And there's nothing wrong with trusting James. This is why you brought James over here to handle situations, to get through situations like this. But in that time, I'm not saying take James out.
No, take him out now.
But I'm saying add Dennis Schroeder in there. James can match up with those other wings at the New York Knicks.
He was guarding Cat at one point.
Right. So now you bring Schroeder and let Schroeder, be a pest. Let Schroeder guard JB. Now James can figure out how to be effective on the defensive end as opposed to being on ball and them headhunting him. And now you come back on the offensive end, and now you feel confident of making plays and doing something for your team. Yesterday, his confidence looked like it was shot because of the spotlight was so bright on James yesterday in a one-on-one situation. That's hard to deal with a situation like that when you thinking, what should you do, what I shouldn't do. I'm dealing with one of the best guards and the best closers in this game who dwells on one-on-one situations. So I have to take that challenge.
Another component to that. Now, I can say this. Y'all were great scorers. I played some defense. Y'all ain't played no defense.
We took the challenge. I'm taking the challenge.
But in all seriousness, whoever the primary defender is, I think that was Dean, right? You got to get over the screen.
Oh, big time.
Well,
big
you see what I'm saying?
You got to fight.
Conceded.
You're
right. They
have
conceded to the
fight
switch
over the screen.
Especially when you see that going bad.
All
Agreed.
that, letting James switch on Jalen Brunson in the crunch. No, you fight over the screen, right? Fight over the screen. You play that defense and get back. Let James get back. Don't just easily switch and have James get on Brunson, and you see what the results was. Like if you were the primary defender, it's crunch time. You fight over that screen and you play defense.
Well, Mike Brown, all he did was say Tuga play that game because this is James' formula right here. This is James. He headhunt guys on defense, and he tried to attack him, get him in foul trouble, get to his bag. The roles is reversed right now, so now the adjustment from Cleveland, we going to see what type of adjustments they make because the Knicks, they one up right now, and they got an opportunity to see some loopholes in Cleveland's defense right now, and we're going to see what happens.
But if I am Cleveland, I am confident.
Yes, of course.
On how we approach game two. I am confident in that.
22, we was up 22.
Right. 22. Yeah, you came out really, really strong, but you guys kept mentioning it with the Harden and the JB matchup. JB, he shot 67% with Harden as his primary defender, and ultimately JB outscored the Cavs 17-11, the final 12:40 of the game if you include the fourth quarter and that overtime. So he just took it in his hands, and they got the victory. So game one goes to the